the thing that's interesting about Purdy is it seems like a fairy tale type of player. And there's been some fairy tale quarterbacks Joe Montana was one of them. Kurt Warner, Tom Brady. He's getting compared to those kind of like guys of destiny people that weren't first-round picks but kind of came out of nowhere, and when they had their opportunity, they seized it. And I think a lot of people are comparing him to Brady, but that's not the comparison I want to make. I want to make a case, okay? When Brady took over, we lived through that. Brady was a great story. Second year, they did not have a prolific offense with Tom Brady. He was a game manager. They won with defense and situational plays on offense. They were a great team, but that's not really what the Niners are doing. Like, Brock Purdy is not just managing the game. He's putting up hell of points, and it's not just him. But to me, this feels much more like Kurt Warner. This feels like the greatest show on turf. It's not on turf, but Kurt Warner was undrafted. He was not big. He couldn't move like Brock Purdy, but he went to Northern Iowa. Purdy went to Iowa State. His first season was 99. Purdy was born in 99. And when he took over, like, they just blew teams away. It took the NFL a long time to really adjust to Kurt Warner and St. Louis. Yeah. And that's what it feels like to me. This feels like the next. He was bagging groceries, right? He was the original Mr. Irrelevant. And now you got born in 99, freaking born a day after Kurt Warner's 13th career win. He was born during that season. That to me is the parallel here. He is
13,
2.0.
Number 13.
He's wearing the same number.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the comparison here. And nothing against Tom Brady, but that's what it feels like.
The stories are very similar. A little different.
Warner was a lot older. Warner was older.
Underdog stories. Yep. Yeah, if you haven't watched that movie with Kurt Warner, you can learn a lot about him. I just watched it like a couple months ago. Amazing story. Bagging groceries, playing in arena leagues, and finally got his shot, won a Super Bowl, So, yeah, I mean, it's a good story. I mean, we'll see what happens with Brock. He's got to finish the story, but the beginning is similar.
Yeah. But, I mean, they did finish that. I mean, Kurt Warner won the Super Bowl his first year starting by 1 yard, right? They made that tackle at the 1 yard line on Tennessee, who had the best defense in the league. Kurt Warner had Marshall Faulk, who was, Christian McCaffrey, but better. He had Torrey Holt, who was like Brandon Ayuk, but better. He had Isaac Bruce, who was a Hall of Famer. Didn't have George Kittle. Had Orlando Pace, who was like Trent Williams. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
I can see it. It's a good story.